Hey guys, Zix here. Time for a new video to my channel. We're going to do a little bit of a help series, assuming there's a demand for it. But first, before we get into how I got myself 500 subscribers, I want to have a little bit of an introduction about myself. So I started uploading videos to YouTube about a year and a half ago, and over that time, I've uploaded almost 670 videos. I've gotten 84,700 views, and at the time of this recording, I have 585 subscribers. By the time it airs, who knows what those numbers are? When you're seeing this, who knows what those numbers are? But that's where we stand now. So a little bit about what we're here for today. What you're here to learn from me is, keep this in mind, this is a Minecraft-specific YouTube channel. While some of the stuff I talk about may be helpful for other channels, this is really going to be niche, mostly designed for Minecraft YouTubers, gaming channels. The answer is very simple. What I did to get 500 subscribers is I played on a busy server and I uploaded very helpful videos, very specific to that server. That server itself, if you go check my channel, is a server called Minesaga. It is a Skyblock server. It's a great Skyblock server if you happen to be looking for one. Okay guys, that was great. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope I was able to... Just kidding. We're not done yet here. It's a little bit more complicated than that. So here's another quick little history lesson. When I started, I had no technology for the most part, except for these headphones right here, where you can see... where I'm looking at my camera, where you can see the microphone here. This is how I talked, and I had to move it around as I learned because I would talk and you'd hear me spitting into the microphone. Well, I've come a long way since then. I have actual microphones now, and I have a webcam, and I have all these great things. But I started with OBS, always OBS, and very little technology. And even if you scroll back to the very first, I'd say 20 or so videos I did, you'll see they're pretty raw. Even the first video, the first two videos, I sound like I'm talking like this, and that's how most people start out. But you learn as you go, and you get more comfortable to do a little bit better than that. However, that video alone, that very first video alone that I did, where I was like, "Hi guys, this is what you do. You do this right here." I got 25 subscriptions just from that very first video. How? How did I do that? Because I advertised it on the server that I was already playing on, the Skyblock server that I mentioned earlier in the video. In fact, I had over 100 subscribers in just a month. Just 1 month, I got 100 subscribers. Some people, it takes 6 months to a year to get 100 subscribers. And I'm not patting my back. I'm not patting my own back here because I'm, a year and a half in, and I don't even have 1,000 subscribers yet. Some people have 1,000 subscribers in a week. So I'm not patting my own back here, but I'd say I did pretty good. If you consider the industry average. But you got to be careful because these guys, it takes a year to get 100 subs. Pretty much all they're doing is they slap the record button and then they run around in Minecraft for about 30 minutes, not really doing anything, not really talking about anything of substance, and then they slap the record button again, and then they're done, and then they put it on YouTube, and they may follow some other tutorials. They may have good tags, they may have a good title, they may even be doing tutorials, but they're not getting any traction, and the reason why is because they're not also advertising their channel, and that is something that I did, but you have to be careful about that as well. So we're going to go into a list here now of do's and don'ts for the proper way so that you can follow the same path that I did to get where I got now. First and foremost, do not try to make everyone happy. If your goal is to make everybody happy, you're going to be shooting yourself. You're going to be shooting yourself in the foot, in the face. Screw the foot. You're going to be shooting yourself in the face. You don't want to do that. And what I mean is, it's almost like the golden rule, but not at all. But basically, you know, no matter how nice you are, no matter how good you are, there will be people that will put negative comments on your video, and they will say negative things to you. So you just have to kind of brush that off, and you can't focus on making those people happy. You have to move on and have a positive attitude to continue moving forward. And on that note, do be nice to everybody. Even the people that are mean to you, be nice back to them, but just don't worry about making them happy. It's like, thank you for your comments, thank you for your criticism, and move on. And comment on everything. Everybody that posts a comment on your YouTube channel, comment back. Even if it's negative, comment back. Thank you for your criticism. I'll do better, or whatever. I don't know how you want to word it. Be yourself. Don't use my words, but be positive. Next, don't spam advertise your channel with a bot installed on an alternate account. One of the most frustrating things is hearing, well, we'll say Zixalt saying on all the, like for Mind Saga, for example, they have multiple realms, 5-6 realms, right? So I could have that I can write a script where that account logs into all of those servers, and then every day or several times a day says, hey, check out Zixter, subscribe and like and comment and all that stuff. You're gonna annoy people, and you're going to turn people away. And the moment you turn somebody away from your channel, it's very difficult to win them back, and you don't want to do that. With that said, do advertise your channel with a bot. But Zixter, you just said don't advertise your channel with a bot. Hold on. Different. You're not spamming it. Don't spam it every day. Change it up. Be helpful. For me, for example, what worked for me was tutorial videos, not Let's Plays, was tutorial videos. And we're going to get more into that as this video progresses. Tutorial videos. So the very first 2 videos I did were how to make an Iron Golem farm using Iron Golem spawners. One was a simple farm, one was a more complicated farm. So I never did this, and I wish I had. I learned this later on by watching another YouTuber do it. And it worked for him. You can make that bot spam. Not spam. Ooh, careful with your terminology there. Watch your phraseology. Comment below if you know what movie that's from. I could have sat there and I could have advertised once or twice, not over and over. Now, don't do the same advertisement over and over, because once again, you're going to annoy people. But hey, if you guys want to see a really quick tutorial on how to make a very simple Iron Golem farm, come check out this video. And then bam, and then you're going to get some clicks. Some people are going to click on that. But if you just say the same thing every single time, people are going to see that and go, oh, here we go again. Let's put that guy on mute. So do advertise your channel with a bot. Next, don't say how amazing you are. Don't say how good your content is. And don't say how you're better than all the other YouTubers. I've seen people do that, and it does not come off very good. It does not come off good at all. In fact, it comes off disingenuous. And that brings me to my next point, is be genuine. Be genuine and be humble. It's okay to bring up that you have a YouTube channel, but don't ask for subscribers in the server. People will automatically jump to that conclusion. It's a tight rope to walk, because your instinct is going to be, I want to improve my channel, I want to ask for subscriptions, but you really got to be careful doing that, because it comes off as desperate, and people will read into that, and then once again you're turning them off of you, they're turning them away from you. So you really want to be careful about that. Next, don't agree to trade in-game items for a subscription. That is something that me and probably every other YouTuber that I've talked with that played on a server had to deal with constantly. Give me $1 billion in game and I'll subscribe. Or even worse, I subscribe to you, but if you want me to stick around, give me 1,000 villager spawners. Well, I guess technically they are farmers if they're spawners, but we won't go there. Don't feed into that. Now, you're gonna think that I want every single subscription I can get, but that's not someone that's gonna stick around anyway. That's somebody that maybe they will give you that subscription, but if they're gonna be that petty, they ain't gonna stick around. They're not gonna be there in 2 weeks. They're just gonna unsubscribe anyway because they're getting notifications for your channel. They don't want to watch your content. They don't care. They just wanted something in game. So be careful with that. However, when that situation comes to itself, you can still give them what they're asking for, or maybe less, depending on what they're asking for. They might not be asking for much, but you can really help them out. But put a caveat with it. Put a caveat with them. Tell them it's for free, and you're not expecting them to subscribe unless they like your content and decide to subscribe anyway. Now, why are we changing the wording around a little bit? Because now you're being genuine. You're being humble. You're telling them, listen, I want to help you, but I don't expect anything in return. And mean it. Because if you don't mean it, once again, they're going to see right through you, and it's not going to work. It worked for me this way, so it can work for you too, because it happened all the time. All the time. I'll give me money or I'll unsubscribe, and I say, well, you know, I'll give you some of what you ask for, and if you really want to unsubscribe, that's fine. But I have some spare. I can give you some. I can give you a chunk of change, and yeah, and it works. Trust me, it works. So you'll see over time that as you make friends and they subscribe to you and they're active on the server with you, they're going to advertise for you. I had several islands, as Skyblock Islands, on this server over time. It was really one island, but I had different people over time that they played with me, and all the time they were my guys. They were my guys. They were looking out for me. They were advertising my channel. And just that alone helped me get subscriptions. I just want to hit back on one other thing that I talked about. The more you spam how great you are, how amazing your content, and how everyone should subscribe to you, the more subs you're going to lose, and the more people will be annoyed with you. And that also goes for, I brought that back because that also goes for the people that advertise for you. Make sure you put them on a short leash, because if they're spamming you in a negative way, that's going to feed back onto your channel. And once again, now you're going to be annoying people. They're going to be annoying people in your name, and it's going to have the same effect. So the next thing we need to go over is what kind of content you intend to upload. And you may not like what I have to say. You can survive on Let's Plays alone. You can earn subs that way. However, it's very difficult to get off the ground. A lot of these big YouTubers, all they do is Let's Plays, but that's because they're big and they have a subscription base. So they don't have to go out and find a bunch of subscribers. They get trending videos every time they upload. And so immediately they end up in other people's feeds. And that's how they continue to grow. You're not going to get trending videos with Let's Plays alone. You will get subscriptions from playing on a server from Let's Plays alone, but it's not going to allow you to grow beyond that. And that's why you need to make helpful videos. It doesn't necessarily have to be a step-by-step craft this, build this tutorial, but something helpful to the community that can improve their experience. Even better if you can do a tutorial that won't be specific to the server, but can be used by the server, but other people can find a way to use it. And that's why my channel has been shifting over to modded Minecraft as far as tutorials for modded Minecraft, because a lot of different mod packs use the same mods, like immersive engineering, for example, from Minecraft. A lot of mod packs use immersive engineering, so me doing tutorials on immersive engineering is it's niche, but it's broad, which is really important. It's really where you want to be. But especially on Skyblock style servers, you really want to try to get a tutorial. Try to do a tutorial. And the more you do, the more people that you are going to attract, and the more people that you're going to get to subscribe to you. For example, my to-date best video, my most successful video is Minesaga Skyblock console client tutorial, and I had a link to that video in a text doc on my desktop. So I was ready. I was ready to fire with that link whenever somebody needed it. For example, somebody's in the chat like, how do you guys get these alt accounts constantly selling all the time? How is this? What's this console client thing that I hear about? Then I would just go to my desktop and I would copy and then I would paste it into the chat. Well, actually, I made a video that could be helpful. And I just post a link. I don't say subscribe. I don't say, you know, give me money or anything like that. I just post the link, and then people, they would click the link, and then they would decide from there if they wanted to subscribe to my channel. And most of them did. I got a lot of subscriptions that way. And I did that for a lot of my tutorials. Not all of them, but a lot of them, like the Iron Villager, Silverfish farms. I had links ready to go. So when people are like, how do I make money on day one? I had a video for how do I make money on day one, and I would paste it. Of course, that would change over time, so you got to be careful, because when, you know, servers update and they get different things, videos can deprecate, so you got to be careful there. Okay, so I have one more point I want to make about this subject as far as playing on a server. It is a bit of a catch-22. I started my channel doing daily Skyblock videos for a specific Skyblock server, Mind Saga. I grew to about 450 subscribers purely doing these videos. Now there was, I'm sure I got subscriptions other ways, I'm sure, but I can't really tell. I believe most of it came from the Skyblock server. But I knew I had to move on. It wasn't sustainable. It wasn't sustainable for me, and it wasn't sustainable for a channel. You have to change things up. You cannot do the same thing over and over and over and expect to have results. You have to change. So eventually, I retired from that server. I moved on, and immediately, my subscriptions dropped. I think I lost like 30 subscribers in one day, which doesn't sound like a lot. You know, B00 loses 30 subscribers, and he, you know, doesn't even know. He has no idea it happened because he just gained, you know, 7,000, you know. But for me, 30 subscribers is big. When you're at 450, 30 subscribers is big. I stopped gaining new subs for a little while. I lost like 30, which was disappointing, but it is what it is. Those people were there for Skyblock. I stopped doing Skyblock, so they left, and that's fine. That's what YouTube is all about. Well, I had plans. I knew that was going to happen. So that's why I created an SMP server, and we're going to get into that in a future video, assuming this video gets traction. Assuming people want to see more of this. I had plans. I started a lot of modded Minecraft. I tried playing some other games that weren't Minecraft, and that turned out to be a mistake. Again, a subject for a different video. I was able to get up to about 480 or so on my own without using the server. Help the Skyblock server, using my own server and modded Minecraft and whatnot. And then the last 20 subscribers, I actually made a comment on a popular YouTuber's channel. I mentioned him already in this video. And I really just wanted to thank him for all the years, and for really, he's the reason I got into YouTube to begin with, because him and I, like, our lives are fairly similar. We're family men. We came from the construction industry. We have kids. We both wanted to make a career out of YouTube. So he was a huge inspiration to me in getting started, especially when I look back at some of his first stuff. I really modeled my channel off of his a lot. I've changed since then, but I modeled it initially off of his. So I made that comment on that channel, and all of a sudden I got like 100+ subscribers. I wasn't expecting that at all, but I mean, I'll take it. It's a happy accident, but I will certainly take it. Hopefully there are people that you know, like my content and continue to stay. I don't know if that's a valid tactic. I did research it after it happened a little bit, and there's a lot of differing opinions. A lot of people are like, don't do it. Don't comment on YouTubers' channels. It's disingenuous and blah, 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 blah. Of course, I didn't go out to get subscriptions. It just kind of happened. And then some people are like, yeah, I'd absolutely do it. It's a great way to get subscriptions. But I feel like, you know, it feels hollow to me personally. Like, I did it in this time, not intending to get subscriptions, and I did. But if I was to sit there and then go on a bunch of popular YouTubers' channels and comment on those channels, I feel like my subscribers that saw my first comment would see that and then think, well, that doesn't look good. So was he really not being sincere? And then, they're going to unsubscribe because that's all public. It's all out there. So I don't know whether that's a great tactic to use or not, but it is how I actually pushed over the 500 edge. So I felt it was necessary to mention that here. But yeah, we're just about finished here. I know my eyes have been darting down a lot, but that's because I'm not used to doing videos like this, and I have myself a script over here, stuff to follow. So maybe as we do more of these, I'll get a little bit better at it. But hopefully I was able to help some people out. I would like to do this again when I get to 1,000 subscribers. Assuming I do, I'm hoping I do. And I would like to do some other Minecraft gaming YouTube specific videos, tutorials. I have a few ideas in mind for what things that I learned along the way, but I would like to hear from you guys that are watching this. What are you struggling with? What do you need help with? What do you need to get over that hump so that you can move forward? The next video I want to do is preparing to record, because like I said earlier in this video, a lot of times what people do for YouTube is young channels. Big YouTubers don't do this. Young channels, they turn Minecraft on, they get to the start screen. You know how many start screens are on YouTube? Too many start screens. And I'm guilty of this too. I've done it too, where you're typing in the world name and you hit create, bonus chest off or on, and no cheats or large biomes or whatever. And then you're sitting there and the person is looking at a brown dirt screen for like 3 minutes, and it's awful content. It's terrible content. And then you hit start and now they're looking at now loading. Don't do that. Don't do that. And so I'm talking about preparation, how to prepare to make a video and what to say and what to do in that video. I think I want to do a video on that next because it's taken me probably a year to figure it out, and I think I have a pretty good system down now because my length of time of people watch videos has increased. The more the preparation that I put in gives that, and when YouTube sees all that stuff, YouTube sees all that data, and they're not gonna. If you make a 30-minute long video and people are only watching it for like 30 seconds, they're not going to recommend that video. But if people are watching 20 minutes of it, or even 15 minutes of it, there's a good possibility that YouTube is going to recommend that video out to other people that are watching similar videos. But that, my friends, is an episode in the future. And if you want to see it, let me know. Want to see more videos like this? Like, subscribe, ask for the subscription, and comment below. Thank you so very much for watching, and as always, take it easy.